Hi guys, it's time for our proportion and percents workout number 11. Today we have been given similar triangles. Hopefully you have learned in class, and if you haven't yet, I'm going to go over really quickly. Similar triangles mean that they are the same shape, but they are not the same size. And it means that their sides are proportional, okay? So similar means same shape, different sizes, okay? But the sides are proportional. And so that means this short side right here, that's 8, matches up with this short side, which is 4. And then on our long side, we have this side, I'm going to mark with 2, which is A, and this side, which is 12. Okay? And so if you wrote it in words or however you want to write it, so I have what I'm going to call my big triangle, and then I have my small triangle. And then I can set up my proportions like so, where I have side 1 and side 2. Or I could reverse it and do side 1, side 2, big, small triangle, however you want to do that. Okay, so let's look and see what Kyle did. So Kyle did 4 over 8. Okay, so he did short over long. So this means 4 and 12, this is both the small triangle, and then this is the big triangle, okay? And so he said, well, I have 4 and 8, and then the 8 match up right here, and then 12 matches up with A, so I'm looking for A. And we're looking for the pattern. So what did we do to 4 to get it to be a 12? Well, we multiplied it by 3. So if I do the same thing here, 8 times 3, I get 24. So the length of A should be 24. Let's see what Kayla did. So Kayla wrote 4 and 12, and she wrote the 4 and 8 across. So here is her small triangle here, right, going straight across. Small triangle here was there. She has it going this way. Either way, it does not matter. So she looked at 4 and 8 and said, okay, well, what do I do to 4 to make it an 8? I multiply by 2. So what do I do to 12? I multiply it by 2, and you get 24. So notice, both people, both Kayla and Kyle, both got 24 because they've set up their proportion correctly, okay? And then Clark said, well, since the 4 is half of the 8, 8 and 4, then 12 is half of A, so A has to be 24. So he was just looking at the pattern on the figure itself. Usually your teacher's going to have you write the proportions, but Clark could see them. And so it just really depends on how good you are at visualizing the shapes. Problem number 2, given similar triangles, find A. So again, 9 is matching up with 18, and the 3 matches up with the A, okay? So I can either write 3 next to A, or I can write 3 over the A, okay? So either 3 is next to the A or 3 is over the A. But the 3 has to be lined up with the missing side, okay? And normally you would even write the A inside here, and we would cross multiply and divide. I don't want you to cross multiply and divide. I want you to try to look at the pattern, okay? So if we're looking at the pattern, 9 goes into 18 how many times? Well, 9 times 2 gives us 18. So 3 times 2 would give us 6. Okay, so instead of cross multiplying and dividing, we're using the number pattern. Here, she wrote the 9 and the 3 this way and the 3 that way. But look, 9 divided by what gives us 3? So that's dividing by 3. So that's dividing by 3. I'm just going to do this. So 18 divided by 3 is also 6, okay? And then Clark said, I know that if 9 is half of 18, then 3 is half of 6, okay? And it only makes sense that the 6 would go here on this. So 6 is a third of 18, 3 is a third of 9. If you've calculated correctly, this number will have the same relationship with this side as 3 does with 9. And it does, so we know that we're correct. And then our last and final problem, given two triangles, find A. So we're going to find A and show the relationship that we use. So 16 and 32 line up, okay? And then 4 and A line up. Okay, and so I'm going to do my small triangle just right here so that it has a side length of 16 and a 4. So that's this triangle here. Okay, in red, I'm going to do this triangle. So I have to make the 16 across from the 32 because they are corresponding sides. So I'm going to put my 32 right here. And now I'm looking for this number right here. So I am looking for this side length right here, okay? So we can do a couple of things. You can say, well, 16 divided by 4 gives me 4. So 32 divided by 4 should give me my answer here. You can say 16 times 2 gives us 32. 4 times 2 would give us 8. 32 divided by 4 gives us 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 32 divided by 2 is 16. So you'll see the relationship matches up every which way. And so our length for A is 8. Okay, 8. Lots of different ways you could use setting it up. Kyle, Kayla, or Clark's makes no difference. Clark's, you really got to be up on your shapes. But notice when you set it up, you just have to make sure that the corresponding sides line up. So I could have wrote it as 16 over 32 equal to, so 16 and 32, so the 16 and the 4 have to be across from each other because they belong on the same triangle. So either they're here and they belong or they're across. And then this is where the 8 would be, okay? And again, everything matches up the exact same way that it did. It doesn't matter which way you write it, as long as your corresponding sides are on top of each other or next to each other. That's it for today. I will see you again next time.